Okay, so let me tell you about what we're doing today. I'll show you a picture of what I found. And it happened to be on Facebook, so it's not really an auction, but there was a guy listed a bunch of lights that he tore down out of his warehouse, and he was trying to sell them. There's 43 of them.
The next stop sign, turn right.
Yeah, we're heading there right now. As you can hear the GPS telling us how to get there. So the ad said 43 lights for sale, $5 a piece. And these are these old lights that have like they have the transformers in them. They have the transformers in them. I've broke them down many times. You know, they're always good if you can get them for cheap. He had 43 of them. He was trying to sell them for $5 a piece. I messaged him and I said, hey, if you can't sell them, I'll just give you $100 for the whole package. And he messaged me back pretty quick. And I realized he's trying to sell them for $10 a piece, and he dropped it down to $5. Probably wasn't getting any bites, so he ate that $100 deal up. So 43 lights for $100 comes to what, $2.40 a piece, 43 or 30 cents a piece, something like that. And so we're heading there right now. We're gonna go pick them up. Charlotte's with me. I brought the backseat driver with me. She's riding in the front seat. All right, so let's just take a little journey, and when we get there, see what we got. Door number 1 right there. All right, let's check it out. All right, we're all loaded up. 43 of these bad boys here. See if we can make some money on them. All right, so we got our trailer load of lights back home, and we're gonna load them into the shop here. I'm gonna make Charlotte do most of the work. You ready to go, Charlotte?
Ready as I can be.
Okay. All right, so that is a lot of lights. Look at all those lights there. I think I already told you what we paid for them. Did I say that earlier? Yeah. So that was supposed to be 43 lights. So we got all them. Look at this, practically filled half our shop up here. So we got some work to do. We're going to start tearing them down. So what we found is the place that had these lights for sale, they replaced all 43 of these lights with like 13 brand new LED lights. And I told them, I said, I didn't figure you guys would sell them because nobody's buying these things anymore, except for people like me. And I told them I'd just go scrap them out. And they didn't care.
They said they would, but the boss didn't want to pay him when his time to do it.
Yeah, so they just decided to get rid of them because it was taking up a lot of room in their shop because they had them laid out on 3 big long pallets. So we got a lot of work to do, and I know we're gonna make money on this. I had figured out that we're gonna make about 300 bucks. That was my estimate. So we spent 100 bucks to make 300 bucks. I'm good with that. We're gonna get on this and get to work. But the thing that we found out is sometime during their existence, they had bulbs changed out in these things here. So we found that the lights that have this type of bulb in them, when they replaced the bulb, they took the transformer out of it. So this row right here are all this type of bulb. So they have no transformers in them, but the ones that have this bulb in them have the transformers in them, and that's all of these right here. So more than half of them. And like I said, we're gonna make some money. All right, so let's get busy tearing these things down. See what kind of money we got. Everything that's not copper is sheet aluminum, cast aluminum, and then a little bit of steel, and then some wire. So, all right, let's get busy. All right, so we're gonna go ahead and break these down here. We're gonna do a couple of them. We can get an estimate to see how long it's taken us to do it. Right now it is about 11:30 a.m. And
This is a heavy one, so it's got copper.
all right, so I'm gonna start on that one there. Charlotte's gonna start on that one there that doesn't have copper in it. So we'll just see how it goes. Ready? Let's go. See, I got the easy because you don't have the tooling.
That's all right, I'm old school.
Huh?
That's all right, I'm old school.
You're old school. All right, you be old school. I'm going modern day tooling. Should we keep these separate and just kind of like weigh up what one of them weighs?
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Let's set this over here. You just set yours on top of that. A big old nice copper transformer. And it's pretty heavy. All right, one transformer out. Always check the capacitors. We're good.
I'm not doing so good.
No? Huh? Well. See, all these top parts here have a little bit of sheet aluminum on them. We got to remove that. And then cast aluminum and a little bit of steel. We got to get that steel out of there. And then we got things that have brass in them. And then a little piece of extruded aluminum. Pull that gasket off of there.
I need your power drill.
Need some assistance there?
Yes.
All right, what do you got?
I got these screws, they're too tight. They're screws. Oh.
You're gonna need more to get those inner parts out. Got a rivet in here that's holding a piece of steel to a piece of sheet aluminum and a piece of wire. So I just use these holes on my table here. I know some of you've noticed that I have holes on there. Those are great for just setting that over top and then punching that right out. Then I have that square cut out there that helps pound out rotors and stuff. It makes it really nice. There we go. Couple pieces of brass, piece of wire. This is sheet.
I think I'm done. I can't do anything else.
Yeah, we'll get you. I'm here to help. Y'all done? All right. So we still have the transformer. It is a quarter till. So it took us about almost 20 minutes to do those two. And I did not break this down yet. So I'll get to that later on, but we're gonna kind of get us an assembly line going here, start stacking this stuff up, start separating all this, and we'll see how much money we can make. So we'll just set you up in time lapse and just see how this goes. All right. Okay, so as you saw, we got all of our sheet aluminum, all of our cast aluminum, we got all of our steel, all of our wire, all of our brass. We have everything completely separated. The only thing we have left to do is break down these transformers and get the copper out. That's where the real money's at. We ended up with 26 transformers, so we're gonna break those down. We'll get back with you, we'll weigh it all up and get you a price. All right. All right, got the last one here. I'm gonna do this real time. After you do 20 some of these, you start to get a pattern down here, a rhythm. So I'll show you what I'm doing with this particular type of transformer. Just chiseling through it. And I've discovered there's a little piece of metal right there holding these two copper twists around here. pound that out. Makes it a lot easier to get the copper out. Right there. Then you can pretty much just pull these right out of here. Got to deal with all this hard plastic that's on them. There's one, and some of this stuff is really hard to get off of here. You pound it with a hammer. One more piece there. All right, there we go. There's all the copper we got. That's a nice pile of copper. I got plenty on the floor too, so I'm gonna do a little cleanup and I'll get right back with you. Okay, we got everything broke down, got everything separated. What we ended up with was some brass. We got some wire, extruded aluminum, old sheet aluminum, cast aluminum, shred, and number 2 copper. So let's weigh it up and see what we got. Start off with brass. All right, here's the brass.
0.
0. Now let's see what we got here. 2.25 pounds of brass. And this is all the brass, all the clippings that we clipped off, all the little, just all kinds of stuff. Okay, so now we're going to do the wire.
0.
0? Okay. All that wire, and we come up with 6.75 pounds. All right, so now we have extruded aluminum, and that bucket's already tared out. So this is our extruded aluminum, and we got 6.2 pounds extruded aluminum. All right, so now we're gonna weigh the shred up. We got this all set up here. Turn this on. All right, so we're at 0. This is pretty heavy. Darn, I didn't know it was that heavy. That's pretty heavy. 239 pounds of shred. And that's all the transformers and everything that was metal. Okay, so now we're gonna load the sheet onto this tote right here. I got this off the ground and tear this out. All right. We have a lot of sheet aluminum, but it's just big and bulky. Hope we'll get it all in here in one load or not. We might have to do it in 2 different loads here. Where are we at, Charlotte?
53.
53 pounds right there. So we'll unload that and then add the rest onto 53 pounds. We also have this bucket of sheet aluminum. Put this on this side. All right, where we at? 40 pounds. 40 pounds. All right. So now we got all this cast right here. We'll probably have to do the same thing and load it 2 different things. There's 0. Get in here. Better work.
That's 2 right there. 2.
Let's see. All right. We'll do that. Okay. So first load we got is 77 pounds. All right, so let's take all them out. Okay, back to 0. All right, let's weigh the rest up.
There's 2 more.
2 more. Fit. We gotta fit it. And we have a bucket. All right, and
Which
plus,
one is it?
plus this bucket of cast. See if we can do it. All right. And we end up with 90 pounds. All right. All right, and last but not least, the copper. Let's so we're zeroed out. Can you pick that up? Can you get it?
I think so.
All right. All right, so that tub weighs 7.1 pounds, and we have 77.85. So actually 70.75 pounds. 70.75. Okay, so we're gonna put these numbers together and see what we come up with. I think we had a pretty good day. Okay, we got the numbers here, and I was a bit surprised. So on the bay lights that we spent $100 on, we had 2.25 pounds of brass, and the last time I was there, it was $2.75 a pound, so that's $6.19. And the wire, 6.75 pounds at $1.40 is $9.45. The extruded aluminum, 6.2 pounds at $1.21 is $7.50. The old sheet aluminum, we had 93 pounds at 65 cents a pound. That's $60.45. And the cast aluminum, 167 pounds of cast at 60 cents a pound comes to $100.20. That's what we spent on the auction, $100, so we're in the money. The shred, 239 pounds at 10 cents a pound comes to $23.90. And the number 2 copper, 70.75 pounds at $4.40 comes to $311.30. Total revenue, look at that, $518.99. Nice.
Hey, that's another win.
Yeah, it's a win.
We like to win.
Yeah, we like to win.
I
That's
got
good.
an idea. I got an idea. You know, we still have these 5 coins to give away for the 5,000 subscriber drawing.
Yeah, we haven't mentioned that in a while.
But this one always gets in my way. So let's just give it away today.
You want to do a giveaway? All right, let's do a giveaway. Since we had such a good day scrapping, we'll give it away. Let's see what it is. This is a Morgan dollar. This is a Morgan dollar. It's a 1901 Philadelphia Mint. If you're familiar with coins, you'll know this is a key date coin. So, all right, how do you win it? How do you win it?
You comment on this video.
Comment on this video. So then
Our next video, we draw.
next Wednesday, we'll have a drawing, and the winner will receive this 1901 Morgan Head silver dollar. 90% silver. It's free to you.
Yeah. And it gets out of my way.
Gets out of her way. Yeah, we still got these nice 5 coins right here. As soon as we hit our goal, just need more subscribers. These are nice coins. All right. I guess that's all we got, right?
See, that doesn't stack.
Yeah, it doesn't stack nice, so she just wants to get rid of it. All right, I get it. I understand. Yeah, look, see, yeah. Okay, I guess that's all we got.
Yeah. We're
Right.
scrappers, not coin collectors.
Yeah, we're not coin collectors. But I know one thing, I'm getting hungry.
Okay.
I need to go get me something to eat.
Okay.
All right. Okay, well, we hope you enjoyed our little show on the Charlotte and Gary Scrapping Show. We have fun doing this, and we want to thank everybody for watching. And
It's funny how this turned out. You just flipped on Marketplace, found those lights. The guy wanted more for them. You said, if nobody buys them, I'll give $100.
yeah.
And $100 bill. And he said, sold. We went and picked them up. And today we made money.
Yeah, that's a good deal. Can't complain about that. All right. Well, we got to get our scrap to the scrapyard so we can get paid. So thanks for watching.